So hey guys, so today we're going to actually work on the neon run or dash. So just before we get started on the blueprinting, two changes I made. One is for the neon silhouette, I changed the required emitted duration time both back to 1. And the other change is going to be involving our invisibility material. So if I drag the invisibility material to the cube, you can see it pretty much gets the intended effect we want, right? So it's... yeah, I kind of lost track of it. However, if we put it on our character, this is what happens. So the problem with this is that if you open up your material, there's one change we have to make, in which we have to go down to usage and set it to used with skeletal mesh. The moment we check this and hit apply, okay, our character is now invisible, more or less. So if we reset this back, and we shouldn't be having this, and now we shouldn't really be having this problem anymore. Okay, so for starters, the first you make an input action or event, whatever you want it. I call mine neon dash and assign it to left shift. So we first start by, actually this is something I personally like to do, is I just like to have a speed checker for this, because I don't really like how the effect looks when you're going too slow. So all this is just gets the character's velocity, or you can do speed. If it's less than 50, this effect won't happen. So yep, you can just ignore this step if you don't want to. Okay, first you start with the do once, and then we'll set our material off the mesh. Set material mesh. We'll assign this both to our invisibility material. Duplicate this and change the element index to 1, because all we're going to do here is when shift is held, both materials be swapped out with the invisibility ones rather than the defaults. Now we'll set our character speed, so max walk speed, set max walk. So we'll set our max walk speed to 1200. And now we'll spawn our particles. You can ignore that, that's from just another tutorial I did. And from here now we'll spawn our emitter. You can just do this, neon silhouette, and get actor transform. Let's split this. Location, rotation, and now we'll just, as you saw in the end of our last video, we're gonna now give the particle our skeletal mesh information. So all we do here is make array, make particles, and we'll get our variable name here, our parameter name. Let's swap this, of type actor, and we'll get our reference to ourself, and that should be that for now. Now because by now we know, like, the moment we hold on shift, this is all gonna happen. So I'll just quickly work on a reset event quickly. So add custom event, stop neon effect. Screw it, I can't spell for shit when I'm tutorial. Oh no, that's right. Nah, oh wait, yeah, I forgot to make E capital coding standards, am I? Okay, so here we'll just get these three and duplicate them. we'll set our speed back to 600 or whatever your initial default, or whatever you want your base speed to be. So we'll reset these back to our default materials. Four-man chest logo. And then we'll call this event here stop neon effect. However, because of this do once, it's just to stop, it's just for optimization reasons, and I don't want it to consistently keep calling these methods. So all I'm going to do here is plug this into reset, and yeah, that should be it. That should be the fundamentals for now. So if we hit shift, it spawns 1 and our character gets invisible, and if I let go, he's back to normal. So now we want to have those spam spawn like what I just had in my takeout video. So for that, I'll quickly move this a bit down. We'll first make our function call called neon silhouette spawn. So for that, all we need to do is get this. We can drag this all back up here, and yeah, that should be the basics. Spawns neon particles, and we'll have neon dash inputs. So from here, all we need is a timer. So you can either do it from an event or a function. So if you just do it off an event, all we need to do is call this one node called create event. From here, it'll give us a drop down menu, and all we do is look for our neon silhouette spawn effect. Plug this in here. We can hit loop and just set our time. I had mine to 0.2. If we use function, all we're going to do is pretty much get this name, or you could just copy it from here, paste it in, 0.2, and hit looping. They're essentially the exact same thing. So this will pretty much keep calling this event every 2 seconds as long as this function's in action. However, so as you can see now, we're having this mess. Spawn. However, just to tidy things up, just to tidy things up, I don't really like having anything that loops after a do once loop. So just for the sake of my OCD, I'm gonna do what I always do and use a sequence and put this here, here, and yep. Now this should essentially be it. That's a bit too fast for my liking. Let's do like 3.7, because why not? And go. And there, we have the general neon dash effect. So, oh, something's going wrong here. Actually, Okay, so the one thing I just forgot to do was actually just add a boolean here to make sure it doesn't overlap, which is pretty basic. So all we do is this, and we'll just have make our boolean call is neon effect active, make sure it's defaulted to false, or you can initialize it on play. Set this here, and I will do over here, I'll set our neon effect to be true, and I'll make it false when we let go. So that should stop the looping. If you want to have an extra check to ensure that it doesn't come here, you can also always add another if neon effect is active up here or so. So now if we hit play, and yeah, the effects are not spamming. Okay, that should be it for now. Hope you enjoyed and actually learnt something. See ya.